Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Meenakshi Sant, and with me is Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav with the evening news. The headlines. Cabinet approves historic amendment to the Essential Commodities Act. Government also gives nod to 2 ordinances paving way towards transformation of agriculture sector and raising income of farmers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Cabinet decisions will have a positive impact on rural India, especially industrial farmers. Cyclone Nisarg makes landfall at Alibag in Raigad district of Maharashtra, causing heavy rainfall. Thousands shifted to safer places. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 48.31% in the country. More than 1 lakh people cured so far. Government relaxes visa and travel restrictions for certain categories of foreign nationals. And HRD Minister releases alternative academic calendar for class 11th and 12th. The Union Cabinet today approved a historic amendment to the Essential Commodities Act. This is a visionary step towards transformation of agriculture and raising farmers' income. Briefing media after the Cabinet meeting, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said with the amendment to the Essential Commodities Act, commodities like cereals, pulses, oilseeds, edible oils, onions and potatoes have been removed from the list of essential commodities. He said the decision will ensure better price for farmers' produce and also remove fears of private investors of excessive regulatory interference. Mr. Javadekar said while India has become surplus in most agri-commodities, farmers were unable to get better prices due to lack of investment in cold storage, processing and export as the entrepreneurial spirit gets dampened due to the hanging sword of the Essential Commodities Act. He said the amendment will now give freedom to produce, hold, move, distribute and supply and will lead to harnessing of economies of scale and attract investment into agricultural sector.
किसानों की ये मांग 50 साल से थी, जो आज तक पूरी नहीं हुई थी, आज ये पूरी हुई है। निश्चित किसान इसका स्वागत कर रहे हैं। किसान कहीं भी उत्पादन बेच सकेगा। ज्यादा दाम देने वाले को बेचने की आजादी मिली है किसान को।
Mr. Javadekar said that the Cabinet has also given the nod to the setting up of an empowered group of secretaries and project development cells in ministries and departments to attract investments in the country. This new mechanism will reinforce India's vision of becoming a 5 trillion economy by 2024-25. Mr. Javadekar said that this will make India a more investment-friendly destination and give fillip to domestic industries. Besides, the Cabinet has also given its approval to re-establish Pharmacopoeia Commission for Indian Medicine and Homeopathy as subordinate office under Ministry of Ayush. Mr. Javadekar said the commission will be established by merging into it 2 central laboratories, Pharmacopoeia Laboratory for Indian Medicine and Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia Laboratory located at Ghaziabad.
आयुष मंत्रालय के 2 लैब्स है गाजियाबाद में। ये 2 लैब्स का भी इसके साथ मर्जर हो रहा है और इससे दिस विल इंश्योर ऑप्टिमम यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज, ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज एंड इट विल इंश्योर स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन ऑफ इंडियन एंड अदर ड्रग्स.
The Union Cabinet also approved 2 ordinances. It gave nod to the Farming Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Ordinance 2020. The ordinance will create an ecosystem where the farmers and traders will enjoy freedom of choice of sale and purchase of agri-produce. The ordinance basically aims at creating additional trading opportunities outside the Agricultural Produce Market Committee, APMC market yards, to help farmers get remunerative prices due to additional competition. This will supplement the existing minimum support price procurement system, which is providing stable income to farmers. It will pave the way for creating one India, one agriculture market. Addressing media after the Cabinet meeting, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said that this will promote barrier-free interstate and intrastate trade and commerce outside the physical premises of markets notified under state agricultural produce marketing legislations. He said this is a historic step in unlocking the vastly regulated agriculture market in the country.
सरकार की ये कोशिश है कि किसान पर जो अपने उत्पादन को बेचने के लिए प्रतिबंध लगे थे, उन प्रतिबंधों से पूरी तरह मुक्त किया जा रहा है। मंडियां रहेंगी, राज्य का एपीएमसी एक्ट रहेगा, लेकिन एपीएमसी की परिधि के बाहर जो सारा क्षेत्र है, चाहे वो किसान का घर ही क्यों ना हो, उस घर में जाकर भी कोई कंपनी, संस्था, प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री, एफपीओ, कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर के समूह उसको उत्पादन का उचित मूल्य देकर वहां से माल खरीदेगा और इस खरीद और बिक्री पर किसी भी प्रकार का कोई टैक्स, कानूनी बंधन नहीं होगा.
The government also approved the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Ordinance 2020. The ordinance will empower farmers for engaging with processors, aggregators, wholesalers, large retailers and exporters on a level playing field without any fear of exploitation. It will transfer the risk of market unpredictability from the farmer to the sponsor and also enable the farmer to access modern technology and better inputs. It will reduce the cost of marketing and improve income of the farmers. Briefing media, Mr. Tomar said farmers have been provided adequate protection. Sale, lease or mortgage of farmers' land is totally prohibited and farmers' land is also protected against any recovery. In other decisions, the Cabinet also decided to rename Kolkata Port Trust as Kolkata Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Trust. It also gave its approval for the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Government of Bhutan and India on cooperation in the areas of environment.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that today's cabinet decisions will have a very positive impact on rural India, especially our industrious farmers. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi said long-pending agrarian reforms will enable the transformation of the sector and Farming Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Ordinance 2020 will pave the way for the creation of One India, One Agriculture market. He said there are provisions which increase usage of technology and enable effective dispute resolution mechanism. The Prime Minister said Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Ordinance 2020 approved by the Cabinet will ensure that our farmers get greater freedom to engage with processors, wholesalers, large retailers, exporters while also protecting the farmers' interests. The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises has issued Gazette notification to pave the way for implementation of the upward revision in the definition and criteria of MSMEs in the country. The new definition and criterion will come into effect from the 1st of July this year. After 14 years since the MSME Development Act came into existence in 2006, a revision in MSME definition was announced in the Atmanirbhar Bharat package last month. Union government has taken a slew of measures so that entrepreneurs are not hit badly due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A sum of 3 lakh crore rupees has been allocated to provide easy loans for the micro, small and medium enterprises. MSMEs can also apply for a loan at the nearest bank or on their portals. A report.
Government will provide 100% guarantee for the loan taken by MSMEs. Exemption in monthly EMI for 1 year will be provided with interest of only 7.5%. Centre had also changed criteria for defining MSMEs to boost the sector. Turnover limit for small manufacturing and service providing companies has been increased up to 5 crore rupees and the turnover limit for micro segment has been increased to 50 crore rupees and for medium industries to 100 crore rupees. With Bhupendra Singh, Suparna Sekhya, AIR News, Delhi.
Severe cyclonic storm Nisarg made a landfall at Alibaug in Raigad district of Maharashtra at around 1:15 this afternoon, causing heavy rainfall in the state. Thousands of people living in the low-lying areas were shifted to safer places in the wake of the storm. The cyclone has crossed Raigad district and moved towards North Maharashtra. The Indian Meteorology Department, IMD, said due to a slight change of direction of the cyclone path, the impact was less severe in Mumbai and Thane regions than originally expected. However, the coastal districts of Maharashtra bore the brunt of rough weather conditions, experiencing strong winds, heavy rainfall and raging sea surge, with tidal waves measuring up to 6 to 8 feet in Ratnagiri and Raigad districts. IMD says the cyclone Nisarg is set to move northeastwards and weaken into a cyclonic storm later tonight. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has issued fresh instructions for maintaining a state of operational readiness and to ensure immediate rescue works as the cyclone moves from Mumbai and Thane region to northern parts of Maharashtra. Mumbai, Thane, Raigad, Palghar, Ratnagiri and Sindhudurg districts were worst hit due to cyclonic storm. The administration has begun relief and rescue operations in Alibag since evening. Alibag witnessed wind speeds of 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. Efforts are on to restore the disrupted mobile network services in parts of Raigad district. Several low-lying areas in Pune remain inundated due to rains brought in by cyclone Nisarga since Tuesday night. The Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport PRO informed that landing and takeoff has been permitted at the airport since 6 p.m. Sonali Ghadiyar Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Gujarat, no major impact of cyclone Nisarg has been witnessed so far. Relief Commissioner Harshad Patel said no untoward incident has been reported on the southern coast of Gujarat so far due to the severe cyclonic storm Nisarg. Our correspondent reports that state authorities have so far shifted more than 63,700 people living close to the coast in 8 districts to safer places as a precautionary measure. A report from our correspondent.
Briefing the media, Mr. Patel said the wind speed remained normal in Valsad and Navsari districts, which are located close to Arabian Sea. Valsad and Navsari received rainfall of 2 mm and 7 mm respectively since morning. Light to moderate rains were also reported in parts of coastal districts of South Gujarat, Saurashtra and Kutch. Union territory of Daman also witnessed light showers since morning. Aparna Khund, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
You're listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Cabinet approves historic amendment to Essential Commodities Act. Government also gives nod to 2 ordinances paving way towards transformation of agriculture sector and raising the income of farmers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says cabinet decisions will have a positive impact on rural India, especially industrious farmers. Cyclone Nisarg makes landfall at Alibag in Raigad district of Maharashtra, causing heavy rainfall. Thousands shifted to safer places. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 48.31% in the country. More than 1 lakh people cured so far. Government relaxes visa and travel restrictions for certain categories of foreign nationals, and HRD Minister releases alternative academic calendar for class 11th and 12th. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अरे बबलू, लॉकडाउन खुलते ही टहलने निकल पड़े। महामारी अभी फैली हुई है।
सरपंच जी, टहलने नहीं, कहाँ पे वापस जा रहे हैं?
तुझे डर नहीं लगता वायरस पकड़ लेगा?
पहले थोड़ा बहुत डर लगता था, फिर पता चला कि अगर मैंने पूरी सावधानी बरती तो ये बीमारी होने की संभावना कम है। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है ये मास्क। काम पर मास्क हमेशा पहनूंगा, समय समय पर हाथ धोता रहूंगा और दूसरों से हर वक्त कम से कम 2 गज की दूरी बनाए रखूंगा। खुद को, दूसरों को और अपने परिवार वालों को भी सुरक्षित रखूंगा।
अरे भाई, मेरी जिम्मेदारी बनती है तुझे चेतावनी देना, तो दे दिया।
जब देश के मेडिकल और स्वच्छता कर्मचारी रोज कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं, तो हमारी भी तो जिम्मेदारी बनती है अपना काम करने की।
बबलू, तुझे कुछ हो गया तो?
हजारों लोग इस बीमारी को हराकर ठीक हो चुके हैं, और अगर किसी कारण मुझे ये बीमारी हो भी जाए तो सरकार ने अस्पताल में हमारे इलाज के लिए पर्याप्त व्यवस्था कर रखी है। ये घबराने का वक्त नहीं, एक दूसरे का हौसला बढ़ाने का वक्त है।
अरे ऐसे क्या देख रहा है? तू काम पे जाएगा, मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, नाक नहीं कट जाएगी मेरी। चलो
मास्क।
हाँ, मास्क।
अरे नाक तो ढक लो।
हाँ।
कोरोना वायरस से हमें लड़ाई जारी रखनी पड़ेगी, और उससे डर कर नहीं, पूरी सावधानी के साथ डट कर चलिए। रुकी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाएं, देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं। जय हिंद।
The central government today said that the recovery rate has reached 48.31% in the country and the number of recovered people from coronavirus crossed the 1 lakh mark. During the last 24 hours, 4,776 people have recovered and the total number of cured reached to 1,303,000. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said 8,909 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 2,07,615 in the country. This is the highest spike in new cases in one day since the outbreak of the corona pandemic in India. During the last 24 hours, 217 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 5,815. The fatality rate is 2.80% in India. The Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, said that a total of 1,37,158 samples of coronavirus were tested in the last 24 hours. With this, figure of total number of tests reached to 41,03,233 in the country. The government announced relaxation in visa and travel restrictions to permit certain categories of foreign nationals to come to India amid coronavirus-induced lockdown. The foreign nationals include businessmen, professionals, researchers, engineers related to healthcare and technical specialists. The Ministry of Home Affairs said it considered the matter regarding relaxation of visa and travel restrictions for certain categories of foreign nationals and decided to permit them. The ministry said these foreign nationals would have to obtain a fresh business visa or employment visa from the Indian missions. The foreign nationals holding a valid long-term multiple entry business visa other than B3 visa for sports issued by the Indian missions would have to get the business visa revalidated. It clarified that such foreign nationals would not be permitted to travel to India on the strength of any electronic visa obtained earlier.
Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri today said Air India has announced that it will open bookings on the 5th of June for 75 additional flights to destinations in US and Canada between 9th to 30th June under Vande Bharat mission. These destinations include New York, Newark, Chicago, Washington, Vancouver and Toronto. In a series of tweets, the minister said those who wish to travel to US and Canada and fulfill required entry conditions can book themselves on these outbound flights. Some foreign airlines have already carried out evacuation flights and are planning to operate more flights. These flights will also take foreign nationals. Mr. Puri said normal international civil aviation operations will only start when they can. He added that right now, most of the metro cities are under some form of restrictions, due to which people from other cities cannot travel to catch flights, and there is also a requirement for mandatory quarantine on arrival. Under Vande Bharat mission, 268 stranded Indian nationals from Jeddah in Saudi Arabia and Moscow in Russia reached Gaya in Bihar today. Amongst the returnees, 240 are from Bihar, while 28 are from Jharkhand.
Indian Railways has successfully refunded 1,885 crore rupees to passengers for cancellation of tickets due to COVID-19 lockdown. Railways had suspended its regular passenger train services during the nationwide lockdown to contain the spread of coronavirus in the country. The Northern Railway said Railways has successfully refunded amounts towards cancellation of tickets to passengers during the period from the 21st of March to 31st of May on tickets booked through the online mode. The entire cost of the ticket purchased has been refunded. The money has been transferred in the account from where the payment was earlier made at the time of the booking of the ticket. Indian Railways has said that total 4,197 Shramik special trains have been operated from across the country and over 58 lakh migrant workers have been transported in the last 34 days.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the Union Territory Administration today said that it has not taken any decision to reopen educational institutions on the 15th of June. AIR correspondent reports that the advisor to Lieutenant Governor K.K. Sharma, who is also in charge of School Education Department, disclosed this today. Meanwhile, Srinagar District Administration has set up a special helpline to take care of the health-related issues with a special focus on patients suffering from kidney ailments, diabetes or cancer. Deputy Commissioner Dr. Shahid Iqbal Chaudhary said that dialysis has remained a major demand during the lockdown period, with 3,292 patients been assisted by the helpline at 12 different designated dialysis centres in Srinagar city. More from our Srinagar correspondent.
Srinagar District Administration has set up a special helpline to provide assistance to over 7,300 non-COVID patients in getting free dialysis, chemotherapies, medicines and transportation during the lockdown period following the outbreak of contagious coronavirus pandemic. The endeavor of the administration was aimed at minimizing the hardships faced by the patients. Free medicines were delivered to more than 1,800 patients who were in dire need of the same. Apart from this, prescribed life-saving and essential drugs were arranged by the Srinagar administration from New Delhi through air cargo on demand and delivered to patients at their doorsteps. The helpline also attended 39 emergencies including accidents and injuries, besides providing assistance to 107 pregnant women for their necessary medical care. This is Sunil Kohl for AR News from Srinagar.
In Rajasthan, the recovery rate of the COVID-19 patients has gone up to 68.66%. Health Minister Dr. Raghu Sharma told that 6,506 out of a total of 9,475 COVID patients have recovered so far in the state. The number of active patients of COVID-19 in the state has now come down to 2,766. Our correspondent reports that more than 4,40,000 samples have been tested so far in the state. More from our correspondent.
Health Minister Dr. Raghu Sharma told that samples of COVID-19 are being tested at 21 places in 15 districts of the state. The testing facility will be started in 10 more districts soon. Savai Mansingh Hospital of Jaipur has tested more than 1 lakh samples so far. Meanwhile, life in the state is returning gradually. Tourist places, museums and monuments have been opened for tourists. Production work has also been started in most of the industrial units. State Roadways has today started the operation of more than 500 buses on 170 routes of the state. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
Madhya Pradesh Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Narottam Mishra reviewed the situation and measures to control COVID-19 in Indore, Ujjain and Bhopal today with senior officials of the Health Department. Additional Chief Secretary Health Mohammad Suleiman apprised him about the current situation in the 3 cities. The highest number of corona infection cases have been reported in these 3 cities of MP. A report.
Minister directed the officials to continuously monitor the health arrangements of Indore, Ujjain and Bhopal, and all the necessary steps should be ensured for the betterment of the system. Additional Chief Secretary Health Mohammad Suleiman informed that all necessary steps are being taken for effective control of coronavirus infection so that the conditions of Indore, Ujjain and Bhopal can be controlled at a accelerated pace. The situation is currently under control. Madhya Pradesh reported more than 8,500 COVID-19 cases and 398 deaths due to the disease so far. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In the wake of the COVID-19 situation, the centre has approved Tamil Nadu government's proposal to extend the tenure of the state Chief Secretary K. Shanmugam by 3 months. He was about to retire next month. An order issued by the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions said he will continue as the Chief Secretary till the end of October. Meanwhile, in Tamil Nadu, the number of COVID-19 infected cases has surged past the 25,000 mark, with 1,286 people testing positive on a single day today. Our correspondent reports that the state government is making arrangements for the 10th standard public examinations.
The State School Education Department is making all-out efforts to conduct the deferred 10th standard public examinations this month. In a circular, the department has said in a classroom only 10 students should be seated. Irrespective of the student strength in the 10th standard, all schools outside containment zones where they have studied have been made the examination centers to minimize travel and to ensure social distancing. 9.7 lakh students are going to appear for the examinations from the middle of this month in 12,690 centers. For the 11th standard, the public examinations are due for a couple of subjects only, which will also be conducted in the respective schools of the students. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Kerala reported a spike in COVID cases today with 82 new positive cases, taking the total active cases in the state to 832. More from our correspondent.
Among the fresh cases, 72 are returnees from abroad and other states, and 5 are health workers. 24 people recovered from the disease today. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that even as the contact spread COVID cases are very less in the state, continuous vigil is necessary to contain the virus. Meanwhile, under Vande Bharat mission, 8 flights are carrying stranded Indian nationals from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Muscat and Doha to Kerala today. Meanwhile, as monsoon intensifies in the state, orange alert is issued in 3 districts today and yellow alert in 6 districts tomorrow. As heavy rain and storm is predicted in Kerala coast, fishermen are warned from venturing into the sea for next 12 hours. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Dr. Rakesh Garg of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, said that public support is very crucial to contain the spread of COVID-19.
The COVID-19 is being spread from persons who have a travel history from somebody, or they have a contact which has come from somewhere else, and that is an endemic area for it, or a person who is taking care of positive patients and they have not used proper precautions. So they have this positive history, then probably the chances of COVID-19 will be more. As compared to those patients who does not have any contact history with these patients, not history of travel, they are staying there at home, the chance will be much lesser.
Dr. Sanjay Pandey of GB Pant Hospital, Delhi, said that the symptoms of the coronavirus are upper respiratory tract infection, sneezing and cough.
आम फ्लू और कोरोना वायरस के जो सिम्टम है, दोनों के सिम्टम मिलते जुलते हैं, जैसे खांसी आना, बुखार होना, नाक बहना, और कोरोना वायरस के 10 से 15% पेशेंट ऐसे हैं जिनमें कई बार सांस से दिक्कत हो जाती है। इनकी संख्या कम है। या अगर कोई वृद्ध वयस्क हो या कोई इस तरह की बीमारी पहले से हो, जैसे ब्लड प्रेशर, डायबिटीज, तो उनका विशेष रूप से ख्याल रखें।
In an effort to guard against fake news being circulated on various platforms, we bring you our segment on fact-checking and myth-busters. A claim has been made in an article published in scroll.in that India let 65 lakh tons of grains go waste between January to May 2020. Press Information Bureau PIB said that the article is baseless and misinterpretation of facts. It said the stock in transit by Food Corporation of India is being interpreted as food being wasted.
India has expressed grave concern that Buddhist symbols are being destroyed and the religious and cultural rights and freedoms are being trampled with impunity in the Indian territories under illegal occupation of Pakistan. In response to media queries regarding reports of vandalism, defacement and destruction of Buddhist archaeological sites in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, External Affairs Ministry spokesman Anurag Srivastava said, India has conveyed strong concern at these reports. He said egregious activities of this nature, which display contempt for the ancient civilizational and cultural heritage, are highly condemnable. India has sought immediate access for its experts to the area in order to restore and preserve this invaluable archaeological heritage. Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank released the alternative academic calendar for higher secondary stage, that is for classes 11th and 12th in New Delhi today. The calendar has been developed by NCERT under the guidance of the ministry to engage students meaningfully during their stay at home due to the COVID-19 pandemic through educational activities with the help of their parents and teachers. Speaking on the occasion, the minister said the calendar provides guidelines to teachers on the use of various technological tools and social media tools available for imparting education in fun-filled, interesting ways which can be used by learners, parents and teachers even while at home.
And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will witness minimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and maximum 35 degrees Celsius with thunderstorms with squall. Mumbai will witness rain or thunder showers towards evening or the night. The minimum and maximum temperatures will be 26 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius respectively. In the south, Chennai will generally see a cloudy sky. The temperature will hover between 29 and 39 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will also witness partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. On to the north, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will be 23 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while the maximum will be around 36 degrees Celsius. In Srinagar, the minimum temperature will be 11 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 27 degrees. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 15 and 30 degrees Celsius. In Muzaffarabad, the sky will be partly cloudy with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. And now, before we end, the headlines once again. Cabinet approves the historic amendment to the Essential Commodities Act. Government also gives nod to 2 ordinances paving way towards transformation of agriculture sector and raising income of farmers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says cabinet decisions will have a positive impact on rural India, especially industrious farmers. Cyclone Nisarg makes landfall at Alibag in Raigad district of Maharashtra, causing heavy rainfall. Thousands shifted to safer places. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 48.31% in the country, more than 1 lakh people cured so far. Government relaxes visa and travel restrictions for certain categories of foreign nationals. And HRD Minister releases alternative academic calendar for class 11th and 12th. And with that, we end the evening news.